Welcome to our ride 2 of the Crazy Rides Market Garden Tour. On this 160 kilometers or 100 miles ride, we're going to take you north, making a circle, circling around the city of 's-Hertogenbosch. If you want to spend more time in this area, visiting 's-Hertogenbosch itself might be a good plan. It's a lovely city with an old center, there's enough to see and do, and it's got a lot of nice bars, restaurants and terraces. So maybe you can consider adding an extra day to your road trip here. On this ride, we're going to take you on some nice roads that lead to 2 World War II related museums. So you can have an early start and do them both in the one ride, or maybe after seeing this video you can decide to add even more time to your road trip here. Or maybe decide only to do one. Let's go and find out, and let's go crazy! This is the Camp Vught National Memorial, located on a part of the former SS camp Konzentrationslager Herzogenbusch, or better known as Camp Vught. The museum is spread out over several buildings and outdoor locations. There are watchtowers that have been rebuilt, and there is a barrack rebuilt showing how the prisoners lived. You will also find a children's memorial that lists the names and ages of the over 1,200 children that were deported from here in June 1943. And you can see the crematorium and the execution area in the woods, just about a 10-minute walk from the museum itself. The exhibitions in the museum are bilingual, English and Dutch, and an audio guide is included in the ticket. If you are interested in World War II memorials, we think this one is definitely worth a visit. Since COVID, you will need to book your ticket in advance, so we will share the link with information. In case you don't have the time to truly visit the museum, we do recommend you to have a short walk around the museum, because you will get a good view on the watchtower and the rebuilt barrack. We haven't visited the museum this time because we've been a few times before, but we did make the walk to this execution area and the memorial. And we think that after a visit like this, you need some wind in your face. So let's go back to the bikes and do some nice riding again. If you fancy a drink, hot or cold, or maybe have something to eat, or even fancy an ice cream, this is the perfect stop. The lachende vis, the smiling fish. And it is quite a famous biker stop because it's got a good parking space just opposite. And we have added it to your GPX file. Although this castle in the village of Heeswijk sure is a pretty sight, we are bringing you here because there is a market garden related memorial. On September 17, 1944, paratroopers of the 501st American Paratroopers Regiment landed here near the castle of Heeswijk, but only to find out that they landed at the wrong castle. Their official drop zone was 6 kilometers east of here at the castle near Veghel. One of the paratroopers was the chaplain of the regiment, Father Samson. His whole story is being told on the website Liberation Route, and of course we will share the link because we can highly recommend you to listen to it. During Operation Market Garden, the villages of Heeswijk and Dinter, just close to the castle, were still in the front line, and the villagers lived between hope and fear. The Americans came, but then the Germans returned. And this area was only finally liberated in October, late October 1944. Our last stop of this ride is here at the museum Wings of Liberation. Together with the Kamp Vught that we also took you to in this ride. In our opinion, one of the most interesting museums regarding World War II in Holland. The museum tells the compelling story of the liberation of the south of the Netherlands. And the museum is situated in the area where on September 17, 1944, airborne operations as part of the Operation Market Garden marked the beginning of the liberation. The museum has an extensive collection including dioramas, photos, tanks, aircraft and weaponry that was actually used during Operation Market Garden. The timeline in the museum holds the total period from the occupation in 1940 to the liberation in the final months in 1944. You can also go on a battlefield tour, We've took some friends of us here a few years back and we went on one, and I can tell you it's fun and interesting at the same time. Of course, we will share the link for you where you can find more information on the museum and the battlefield tour. If you are interested in World War II and everything there is to learn about it, it's definitely worth to spend some extra time here at the museum or go on the battlefield tour. And if you had enough of museums and World War II, there's also a really nice restaurant at Boshuis with a beautiful terrace for you just to enjoy a drink or some food. The ride back to Eindhoven in your GPX file is about 10 kilometers, 6 miles. It will take you on a small part of highway, but trust us, it is the most easy way to get back to Eindhoven. We do hope that you have enjoyed this video and that it will help you to prepare your visit in advance so you can enjoy it to the fullest when you're here. If you're interested in more World War II tours, we've got one, Operation Overlord, in Normandy as well. So go check out our website and maybe we'll see you on that tour as well. If you like this video and want to help us with growing our channel, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel so you won't miss our future videos on crazy rides. And this Market Garden tour, we even have a third ride. It's in the middle of your screen, so keep going crazy now.